Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Wednesday, February 8th, and this is the market overview looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, SLV, XOI, XLF, GE, and whatever else happens to float on into the video. All right. Going to start off with the Dow, which we normally do. Another hanging man. How about that? 3 in a row. Beep, beep, beep. 3 hanging men, and very interesting. We have a downtick finally on the 14-day RSI moving average. Does that mean that this is the moment? It could be. This is a very encouraging sign, but we have to look at it in the context of everything. So, downtick on the 14-day RSI moving average. Stochastic still very high. Downtick on the CCI. Downtick on the RSI. Slight uptick on the MACD, side tick on the MACD histogram. Is this enough for a reversal? Well, it hasn't been enough the last 2 days, but we finally have that downtick. So tomorrow should be very interesting. But needless to say, all this, we start off low, we go up, and we start off low, we go up, we start off low, we go up. Little melt up certainly has to be making lots of people think that this is the real deal. And yeah, it could be. Absolutely. Have to acknowledge the possibility of continued melt up. And certainly it feels like that every single day. But we're going to be looking for that downtick tomorrow. And I do think that it has a decent chance of finally showing up. SPX, do we have a downtick? Take a look. Yes, we do. It's right there. Ooh, it's very small, but I'm sure bears will take whatever they can get at the moment. And of course, another hanging man, very small. Still have a little bit of excessive separation, nothing major. A little bit of wobble, nothing major. And just like the Dow, ticking down on the CCI, the RSI, stochastics very high, waiting for them to roll over. Uptick on the MACD, and very slight uptick on the MACD histogram, which is different than the Dow. The VIX, very interesting. Another very interesting. Perfect little spinning top. Got an uptick yesterday. It almost resolved itself today. Uptick on the 14-day RSI moving average. Remember we were talking a couple days ago, started to tick back down, wasn't a good sign. Well, we got an uptick today. Uptick on the histogram, uptick on the MACD, uptick on the RSI, CCI, and the stochastics. Very good sign. Beyond that, the VIX was up today. The Dow was up today. SPX was up today. ComQ was up today. So somebody's lying. Last couple weeks, the VIX has been the one lying. So is this the moment where the VIX starts to tell the truth? We're going to find out tomorrow. ComQ, the NASDAQ, been holding up everything. And hanging man. Yeah, a little bit of excessive separation, no real wobble. But look how many green days in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the red day that preceded that, yeah, it was red only because it gapped up. So what do you think about this? 6 greens in a row. Yeah, it seems like that would be kind of pressing its luck. Cisco did beat by a wonderful margin after hours, which is awesome because Cisco is awesome. Downtick on the CCI, side tick on the RSI, slight uptick on the MACD, downtick on the MACD histogram, stochastics very high, and the 14-day RSI moving average ticking up. Look at that. It has not ticked sideways, it has not ticked down. Been saying that the NASDAQ has been holding the market up and driving it. So that we don't have a downtick here would be a bit of a cautionary tale, because we do have it on SPX, we do have it on the Dow, we need it on the NASDAQ. Need it. TNA. Doji Star. Yeah, we can see that we have excessive separation with a very, very slight wobble. Not much to speak about in that respect. Downtick on the CCI, downtick on the RSI, downtick on the histogram, uptick on the MACD, down a little bit on the stochastics, but still holding high, and the 14-day RSI moving average. Ticking up, just like the NASDAQ. So we've got to have that NASDAQ downtick. That'll give us a downtick probably on the Russell as well. And if the downtick can hold on the Dow and SPX, we will finally have our corrective move. So looking for that. Not front running it, but looking for that. UUP. Doji Star also. Could have been a spinning top, but nope. Short-term moving averages pointing down. We do have some irregular positioning of the short-term moving averages. Notice the long-term moving average is almost right there at the flat line. 14-day RSI moving average getting into oversold. No indication of an up move as of yet. Stochastics repositioning themselves to join it down in oversold. Side tick on the CCI, uptick on the RSI, uptick on the histogram, down tick on the MACD. Very mixed. And yeah, indecision candle. Little Doji Star. FXE, the Euro. Yeah, this one has just been incredible. Every day, throughout the day, before the market, after the market, look at the Euro, see what it's doing. And it's been going up to test 1.3. What? 1.3. I guess that's right, 1.3. And it backs off, and it goes back up, and it bumps its head. And we ended up today with a little tiny spinning top. We have two of the fast moving averages emerging from the bearish bar, which is now really starting to take some damage, but is still in existence. And as usual, that story of Greece is going to be fine today. Oh, it's going to be fine tomorrow. Greece is going to be fine today. Nope, it's going to be fine tomorrow. 14-day RSI moving average still marching on up, getting to the overbought line, but not crossing it. Stochastics still marching on up. CCI ticking up. MACD ticking up. Histogram ticking sideways, and a downtick on the RSI. It's just amazing that they've been able to prop this up with a crappy news story day after day after day after day. But it's working, so why change the tune? Moving right along XLF. Yeah, that sounds good. The financials. Yep. Nice day for the financials. Do have a little bit of excessive separation. 14-day RSI moving average. Is that clicking down, or is it clicking sideways, or what is it doing? It's getting a slight, ever so slight, click down. How about that? Another bit of info to fuel the fire. Downtick on the CCI, RSI, side tick on, actually a slight uptick on the MACD histogram and the MACD. Stochastic staying high. So looking for this to finally have some weakness. Maybe the downtick will be usher in the change, but nonetheless, we need have another day or two to check it on out. Yeah, why not GE right now? Sounds good. GE. Ooh. Hammer. Hanging man. Whatever you want to call it. Crapping out right at the previous high. Actually piercing it a little bit during the day. And it does look strong. I mean, no doubt the short-term moving average is pointing up after their bubble corrective move. But that 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. We were saying last night we wanted to see the secondaries march up to the top, turn around, and join the 14 on its way down. And we certainly are getting that with the CCI, with the stochastics. The RSI is already ticking down. Histogram ticked up, and the histogram ticked up, and the MACD ticked up as well. So kind of a push-pull here. We do want to see it finish its move to the upside with all of the secondaries, have them roll over, and then we'll see what it can do. As this one does forerun the Dow, we are hoping that it'll be able to catch up with it with the 14-day on its way down now that we have a downtick. But of course, we need more information. GLD, the second VIX. Yep. Yeah, kind of too big of a body for a proper hanging man or hammer or whatever you want to happen to call it. But downtick on the CCI, downtick on the slow stochastic, uptick on the fast stochastic, side tick, actually, I'm sorry, a slight downtick on the MACD, downtick on the MACD histogram, downtick on the RSI, and the 14-day RSI moving average is still ticking up. Woo! How about that? And I don't think that gold is going to have any real long-term problems because after the dollar gets stronger, the VIX should be getting stronger and we'll have the push-pull. And then I do believe that fear will outweigh the dollar when push comes to shove. When it ever decides to finish its whatever it's doing. Okay. SLV, silver, same thing, except this one has a better looking hanging man. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking up, stochastics mixed, side tick on the CCI, down tick on the RSI, down tick on the histogram, and down tick, actually, side tick on the MACD. Just waiting. And what else is there? I think I've gone through all of the regulars. It would be nice to just have something else to throw out there. Well, since we're waiting on the NASDAQ to figure out what it's going to do with itself, how about the biggest player in the NASDAQ? Yep, Apple. I haven't looked at this one in a while. Here we have its incredible quarter. It was awesome. Have to totally admit. Completely awesome quarter. And away it goes. Very strong today. Incredible. What else do we have? 14-day RSI moving average. It looks like it's ticking down. I just want to be absolutely sure. And yes, it is. Ooh. You can see the stochastics still ticking up along with the RSI, the histogram, the MACD, and CCI. Everybody wants to be an Apple. And can't say I blame them because, man, that was an incredible quarter. But at some point, you would think that it's going to do something to the downside, and who knows when that'll be. Short-term moving average is very strong. We do have excessive separation to some extent. We do have some wobble to some extent. And but those long-term moving averages, massively strong. If this thing does decide it wants to do a bubble corrective move at some point in the future and it decides to go further, I would not expect it to get past the long-term moving averages. Too much interest. But needless to say, the whole point of looking at Apple is to gauge the strength of the NASDAQ, and we do have the 14-day doing its thing. But we need everything else to start agreeing with it, and then maybe we'll have something. And I think that's about it for this evening. Yeah. Always fun. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.